Hello, my name is Dave Santos. I'm going to be going over a book that I wrote. Okay, so this is a story from me. This is a story that God shared with me that I'm going to be telling you guys. So first of all, let me begin on how I got inspired to write this book. So one day, I was in the north, in my old house. Now I live in the south, obviously. And I was swinging, listening to my headphones, looking over the woods. Beautiful day, nice and cold out. It was fall. And all of a sudden, I got like a very, very happy feeling inside. And I said to myself, I'm going to write a book today. And when I said to God, what should I write the book about? And God said, I honestly don't even know what God said, but I know He said something, but I don't know what. Because all of a sudden, the most beautifulest it was a red hawk, red-tailed hawk, came out, and it was beautiful. I got the most happiest feeling in the world inside of me. And I wrote this book, and I could not stop writing at all. Like, I was just sitting there writing until this book was finished. I didn't sleep for a while because I just could not stop writing. My head was going a mile a minute. I just could not stop writing. So let's begin with my story. So first of all, the title of the book is A Man Who Follows Jesus and Loves God, but does not agree with religion. And that's about me. I love and follow Jesus, but I do not like religion. I'm going to explain to you why. I do not like what religion has become. And here's what I mean. Okay, here we go. First, I want to start with, I am from the north, like I said, but now I live in the south with my family. And now, before you start judging me about the title of the book, I want to say that I am Christian, and that you may judge me all you want, because the only person that really can judge me is God. Okay, why do I disagree with religion? Okay, I disagree with religion, but I love Jesus, because if you are, okay, say that you're Catholic or something like that. Now, I'm not, like, discriminating Catholics or anything like that. Everybody has their own beliefs, obviously. But, okay, say you're Catholic and you get pregnant before you're married, or you have an abortion, or something like that. Or say that you eat meat on, like, a particular day. Like, I know that Catholics aren't supposed to eat meat. I think it's on, like, a Tuesday or a Thursday. They can't eat, like, certain meat or something like that, I think. I don't know. That's why I'm not going to talk about that mainly, because I'm not going to talk about something that I don't necessarily know. Okay? And in God's eyes, whether you steal, hurt someone, or you yell at someone, in God's eyes, all three of those sins are all the same. A sin is a sin, no matter what. And to the Catholics, abortion is a huge sin. I don't agree with abortion at all. I do not agree with it. I think everyone should wait until they're married to have a kid, obviously. Because abortion can be bad, because it will haunt you in the future. It will. Now, like I said, to God, all sins are the same, no matter what cause, like what they are or something. And to the Catholics, you're not necessarily disliked, but you are frowned upon for what you've done. And in God's eyes, yes, He's mad because you sinned. But all you have to do is have true sorrow in your heart, and ask God for forgiveness, and if you truly mean it, He will forgive you. When it comes to the Catholics and other religions, you have to go to a very, very extreme point to be forgiven. But in God's eyes, you just have to ask me for forgiveness, which with a true heart, I will forgive you. Because Jesus and God will love you with unconditional love, no matter what. They will never disown you, nothing. Okay. Now, a lot of people think, okay, now, okay, this is going to be hard to explain, but the Pope is a very, very big thing in Catholic religion. I do understand that, but I have a question. In your eyes, what do you honestly believe? Like, what do you think makes one person higher or lower than the other person? Like, what do you think makes, like, a, let's see, I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. Like, if you go on an airplane, they have first class, middle class, and low class. Now, I have a question. What makes them first class? Because they have more money? Just because they have more money than you does not make them richer. They may have more money, but then again, they may not have a family, they may not have happiness in their life. You know what I mean? And that's what it means. Ugh. This lighting is so weird. Like, half of my face is, like, black, and the other half is, like, bright. Now, look at that. You can't even see my face. That's kind of weird. I'm going to change the camera a little bit. I don't like it. There we go. Now I can see my whole face. Good. There we go. Now you can see my whole face. Perfect. So yes. So what do you honestly think that makes one person higher than the other? Because they have more money than you? No. Because in God's eyes, we are all the same. Whether you're black, white, you're purple, you're green, you're orange, you're pink, or you're blue. Now, I'm not being literal about that, but no matter what you are, in God's eyes, we are all the same. Because, think about it. We're all human. Most of us have arms, most of us have legs, most of us have a nose, most of us have eyes, most of us have a mouth, most of us have hair, most of us have fingers, most of us have toes, most of us have feet, you know what I mean? We all have the same things. But just because one person's different from the other, does not mean that they're different. We're just all the same, in God's eyes, obviously. And now, you may be seeing, well, one person may have a better talent than I have. Okay, but we all have talents. My talent is like primitive hunting, primitive fishing, making bow and arrows, hunting. Yesterday I just killed I successfully hunted a huge black racer snake. And I skinned it. It's on my rack right now, drying out in the sun with salt on it. It looks great. It's beautiful. It's very, very smooth. And yes, I did ask God for forgiveness. Actually, no, just to be sure. God, I am sorry for killing and taking the life of one of your creations. Please, God, with all your might, please forgive me. Amen. Okay. Whew. So basically, no matter what you are in God's eyes, we are all the same. Now, a couple of nights ago, I was with a group of friends. I think it was like 3 or 4 of us, including me. And 2 of them were Christian, and the other one was Catholic. And the Catholic one swore, cursed, whatever you want to say, but they said like a bad word or whatever. I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say they said a bad word. We're teenagers. We're teenagers. You know what I mean? We swear once in a while, obviously. And one of my other Christian friends said to my Catholic friend, "We can't swear. Swearing's bad. We're Christian. We're not supposed to be swearing." Now, no matter what religion or who you really are, you're supposed to keep your swearing and your cursing, like, not as bad. Like, it's okay to swear and curse once in a while, you're very, very mad, but just to walk around, say the F word, like, every single 10 seconds, you're not really supposed to do that. It's very, very bad. God does frown upon that, and so does Jesus. They both frowned upon it. And when they said to them that we can't swear because we're Christian, you know what I mean? I said to them, well, just because we're Christian does not mean we're not supposed to swear. That goes for everyone. And I said, well, look at this. Jesus, he flipped a table, but yet he was still perfect. I find that incredible. Now, a lot of people ask me, but why was he still perfect? I said to them, because Jesus did not flip a table because he was angry. He didn't flip a table because he was angry at another person. Jesus flipped a table because he was mad and hurt over what they were doing in the house of God. Now, you don't know what I'm talking about. There were a lot of like taxpayers and taxers in the house of God and like his temple, and they were doing taxes and stuff. And Jesus, he was so mad, he flipped a table. He flipped an entire table. That's how mad he was. And he did it in righteous anger because he was mad for God. He was mad and he was hurt. It's righteous anger. It's a big different thing from anger itself. Now, you know, a lot of times, well, like I said, like when I go hunting or I go fishing, somebody always says to me that weapons are not godly. Now, here's what I have to say to that about that. There's two things that I say to them. I say the first thing is, well, I'm not sure if you knew this, but believe it or not, but Jesus, he made a whip to scare off the people in God's temple doing taxes to get them to flee. He made a whip. Now, it wasn't like a leather whip or something like that. It was like rope or something. It was just like a weapon or something. And even like I said, he was still perfect. And number two, it's in the Bible. This is in Jesus' word. I'm not sure what psalm or parentheses it was. I can't remember the top of my head, but I will never forget this verse. Jesus said, "They that have no sword, let them sell their cloak or garment to buy one." Basically, what Jesus was meant by that was, in trouble time, no matter what happens, you have to be able to defend yourself. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah, I mean, Jesus was saying, no matter what, you have to be able to defend yourself. And you know, a while ago too, one of my friends, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, so this was like 2 years ago, and I forget what. Okay, so the argument was about. He asked me, "Do you believe in God, in Jesus?" I said yes. I worship Him. God and Jesus are my Savior. Then I asked him, "Do you believe in God and Jesus?" And he said to me, "No." And I asked him, I wasn't like mad at him, nothing. I just asked him, well, why don't you believe in God? He told me that he was very, very angry at God. And I said to him, so you're saying to me that you don't believe in God and you're angry at him? And he said to me, yes. But then I said to him, so in your eyes, God does not exist. In his eyes. In my eyes, Jesus does exist. But in his eyes, he doesn't. And he's angry at God. And I said to him, well, how are you angry at something that doesn't even exist in your eyes? It's like, oh, okay, do you see this imaginary ball right here? In my eyes, this ball right here exists. And I'm angry at it because it's blue and not red. How can I be angry at it if it doesn't even exist? You know what I mean? Jesus and God do exist, but in his eyes they don't. And I still can't wrap my head around why he's angry at them if he believes that they don't even exist. You know what I mean? I don't understand that at all. And to this day forward, he still does not even talk to me about, like, the argument we had. I think because he can't really necessarily wrap his head around that he does believe in God, but he's just angry at him, and he can't face the truth, I think. And people like that, they need Jesus and God in their life a lot. You know, hold on. Okay. Let's talk about this section. I skipped this section. I didn't really want to talk about it for a couple reasons. So I'm gonna skip to my next section in my book that I wrote. I'm reading from. This is the book I wrote. So there's a lot of people who think, well, they think Jesus was very, very, like, subtle, like, perfect. Like he said, well, you know, Jesus was perfect. He loved everyone. He forgave everyone, no matter what. He was a very, very nice man. And a lot of them forget that even though Jesus was on the cross, he still destroyed the temple. He still destroyed the temple. It was absolutely amazing. Jesus, he walked on water. He made fishermen catch the mother load of all fish, even when they couldn't even catch one fish. It was absolutely incredible. You know, for those people who think fishing is bad, well, let me tell you this. Why would I be at church thinking of fishing and learning about God when I could be fishing thinking about God? Thinking about God. You know, that's the honest truth. You know, a lot of people in this world hold a grudge over everything. They really do. And Jesus was deceived by a close friend. And he forgave him right there and then. Jesus did not hold a grudge at all. He was hurt, but did not hold a grudge. He still forgave. You know, a lot of people right now could be saying, well, Jesus was perfect. It's more easier to forgive people. Jesus was perfect. He didn't forgive people because he was perfect, but he forgave people because he had a good heart. And every breathing person has a heart, so everyone can forgive. It's just their choice not to. You know, when I was saved, my life changed forever. I was saved at 11 years old. Part of being saved is also becoming a man. I became a man when I was saved, not when I was baptized. Because if you are a Catholic, they baptize you when you are like 1 year old. Well, believe it or not, some Catholics that are baptized at 1 year old, they sometimes turn out to be atheists or totally different religion. So it really doesn't matter how old you are when you're baptized or what religion you are. As long as you accept God and Jesus into your heart and fall to your knees, open your mouth, and speak from your heart, you are saved. The last thing I want to say is, as long as you love and cherish the Holy Spirit, you will be fine. Side notes. So that was my book that I wrote, that I just read to you guys right now. And basically, I want to get back to the baptism. Basically, even though you are baptized, some people do turn back on God, which I don't understand that. When they're 1 year old, they don't even really. When you're 1 year old, you don't even like really know what's going on like around you. Like when you're 1 year old, they don't. All they know is how to eat, sleep, and that's it, basically. Possibly walk and crawl, and play and cry and stuff. That's about it. So when you're baptized, you have to know who God is truly. Because when you're baptized, that's God cleansing your spirit and you accepting Him into your heart. I wish amen to all of you, and I hope this video will change your heart. See ya.